Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel of Charles Morris. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution, Section 3, says that any president or any member of the military that causes insurrection of the United States cannot serve again. So, it's clear that Donald J. Trump cannot run as President of the United States again after his first term was up. The 45th President of the United States incited the insurrection on January 5th of 2021, and because he told his supporters to go and march up Capitol Hill, Amendment 14, Section 3 of the Constitution says that Donald J. Trump cannot be President of the United States again. So, that's what I want to be talking about in this video. Anyway, go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel of Charles Morris. And remember to keep the comments non-offensive and decent. And let's get into the rest of the video. So, Donald J. Trump has caused insurrection of the United States. He didn't do it himself. Like, he didn't march up with his own mob up to the Capitol like he said he was going to. He said he was going to be walking with his supporters, but clearly the man was lying, and he stood back in the Oval Office and watched his supporters do his work. Trump ordered his supporters to attack the Capitol, and his supporters committed multiple crimes. This would include vandalism, smashing windows, like property damage, and now that's just a few crimes that I can name. Officers even died in there. I'm sure some of them have been charged with murder. And you know, it was such a bad day on January 6th, 2020. January 6th, 2021. Alright. It was tragic. And the other candidates that ran, the other candidates in the GOP debates, other than Chris Christie, still continue to support Donald J. Trump, even though he caused insurrection of the United States and had been kind of he pretty much became a wanted criminal at this point. And Tim Scott, Vivek Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis, they support Donald J. Trump even though he has committed caused insurrection of the United States. And those candidates, other than Chris Christie, are pretty much saying that Donald J. Trump should get a second chance. So, Vivek Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis, and Tim Scott are endorsing Donald J. Trump. I don't know about Nikki Haley, though. And, yeah, this is also scary to think about. But if Donald J. Trump does get back into... If he gets into the White House in 2024, his day one, he said he wanted to be a dictator. Alright? And then he said, after day one, I'm not a dictator anymore. Or he wasn't going to be a dictator anymore after day one. Now, clearly, I think that the man just wants to go in full dictator mode because of how much of a narcissist he is. And a Trump 2024 presidency, what it would look like, what it almost clearly looked like, is it would be all about what she wants, not what the American people want. That's what a narcissist does. They only care about themselves. Alright? So, would Donald J. Trump do his best to actually make sure that the American people have a good job, like help the working people? Would he actually help the economy? Would he help the American people in any way? No. Dictators wouldn't do stuff like that. No, I can almost guarantee the American people here that Donald J. Trump would abuse his presidential powers, become a real dictator here, and then this would be a problem that the American people would actually have. Because you have a narcissistic lunatic that wants to seek himself that seat back into the Oval Office. And I can almost just predict that he would want to abuse his powers. You know what? America would be in peril. I mean, I don't even have to, I don't even know how I could make it even more clear than that. I mean, the man's a narcissist, Donald J. Trump is. Now, I'm sure they're probably some of the people that watch the channel or who watch this video are probably thinking that Donald J. Trump is just not that bad of a guy. I got news for you. Narcissists are not very good people you want to have around you. Now, I don't think America wants to deal with a narcissistic president who's a complete lunatic. And the man has almost like completely lost his grip of reality. And I can think of all the terrible executive orders that Donald J. Trump would actually pass that could pretty much just almost destroy the United States of America. I don't think anybody is wanting to. I don't think anybody is ready to actually deal with another Donald J. Trump presidency here in the United States, because it's just going to be too much. I mean, 2016 to 2020 is enough where we've actually had to put up with Donald J. Trump for 4 years. So to deal with another Donald J. Trump in the Oval Office in 2024 to 2028 sounds like it could actually be much more terrible than it had been than a Trump 2016 to 2020 presidency. Because 2016, Donald J. Trump was not as bad as he is now. Alright? I mean, the American people just don't want to, personally, I don't think anybody here in America wants to deal with a crazy, psychotic, lunatic, narcissist president of the United States again. He's already served 4 years. He committed insurrection here in the United States. And the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, Section 3, because he committed insurrection of the United States, even though he didn't march up there with his Trump mob, even though he incited that insurrection, it's clear he cannot even serve a second term as President of the United States. And that's just very clear. Now, I know in past video that section, I said Amendment 4, Section 3. Now, apparently this is the 14th Amendment, Section 3 of the Constitution. And I'll just give a very brief, a very good description on what it is. I'll put that down in the description below, so I can give you a good view of what the 14th Amendment of the Constitution really says. What the 14th Amendment's actually really about. And I'm sure it'll make much sense to people once I put that down in the description, because you may have figured this out. Donald J. Trump has attacked people's voting rights. So when So what the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, what it actually really says, that is something Trump has actually violated. So the 14th Amendment of the Constitution really is supposed to protect people's voting rights. That's what it's supposed to do overall. That stuff. Donald J. Trump has wanted to take that away from you. Because, again, the man is a narcissist, and really, for him to be president of the United States, again, for Donald J. Trump to be in the White House again, I can just tell you that it's going to be America's it's almost going to be like another nightmare for America. And that's what I really wanted to say. I don't know anything else to say in this video to make it more clear. Just Donald J. Trump committed insurrection here in the United States on January 6, 2021. Even though he didn't march up with the Trump mob up to the Capitol, he incited it on January 5th, 2021, which clearly says that he was the one who was behind the insurrection. And the Trump supporters, they were following his orders. Because to the Trump supporters, Donald J. Trump is the cult leader who told them to go up to the U.S. Capitol and cause insurrection of the United States. And just like Amendment 14, Section 3 says, any person who commits insurrection of the United States can't serve another term as president or in the military. Or any president or any person in the military that caused insurrection in the United States cannot serve another term. And that is it's just clear enough that Donald J. Trump just almost has like a pretty low chance of actually getting back into the White House and being elected president of the United States again in 2024 to 2028. And even if he does, he'd probably elect Vivek Ramaswamy as vice president. And then, when the people probably impeach Donald J. Trump, it might be just like almost an automatic victory for Vivek Ramaswamy, and I don't know. Vivek Ramaswamy thinks that Donald J. Trump would actually put America first, which, again, a narcissist, being the narcissist and lunatic that Donald J. Trump is, narcissists don't really care about other people. And Donald J. Trump does not even care about what the American people want. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, Charles Morris. And please remember to keep the comments not offensive and decent. And, Donald J. Trump cannot serve a second term, according to Amendment 14, Section 3 of the Constitution. And that just says, even though a person commits insurrection or does insurrection in the United States, this cannot serve a second term. Have a good day. I will see you on my next video.